which would have been the right strategy if he'd made the right assessment. So the assessment was wrong, therefore the strategy that he employed was wrong. Welcome. This is the final series of a 4-part doubles strategy series. And if you haven't watched any of the other videos before, go at the link below and click on that and then come back to this video. What determines a good shot? Most people think it's just how you hit the ball. It's not always about how you hit the ball. The best way to describe how effective your shot is by how your opponents react to the ball. If you hit the most amazing serve that you think, and your opponent steps in and rips a winner down the line or cross court, clearly that is not a good serve. There's something that you're doing that your opponent loves, and they're just killing you with that. So you need to change your strategy. And most of you that play tennis out there, I'm sure you've seen this happen, where you have your best serve and people block it and get that back, and you hit your second serve, which you think is a weaker serve because it's slower, but it turns to cause more problems for the people that are on the other side. So technically speaking, your second serve is more effective. It is the better shot in that particular scenario. If you've done your assessment in video 3, how to assess yourself, and you understand the BCC and all that stuff, now it's a lot easier for you to look at your partner and kind of see what situation they're in. So if you cannot determine what situation you are in yourself, it'll be very difficult for you to figure out what situation your partner is in, whether they're on offense, neutral, or defense, because how they're playing is going to affect where you need to be standing and how you need to play. So if your partner is way behind the baseline, which is really bad court position, they're most likely going to throw up a lob. So if you see how they're playing and you see the situation that they're in, you need to back up as well. You need to start running backwards. So that makes a lot of sense. If you yourself know what your BCC is, then it's easier to look at somebody else and notice that, okay, that person is off balance. They're probably not going to hit a good shot, so I need to back up. If you now know, if we've gone past you being able to tell what level you're playing, and you can completely and honestly and accurately assess yourself, now it's a lot easier for you to look at your opponent and have a very good idea what level they are. And this is where this theory comes in. At any given time when you're playing, you want to get a rough idea, and with this system you get a really, really good idea. You want to get an idea what level your opponent is. And you need to answer this question somewhat accurately. You cannot say vague things like, oh, they're better than me. How much better? They're weaker than me. How much weaker? Because the answer to that is going to really make a big difference. If you're very accurate with your assessment, then it's easier for you to assess your opponent, because your strategy is going to be based on what level. And to get a little bit more specific, all right, so you go right in the middle here, that's 0. That's same level as you. And you go +1, that's 1 level above you. +2, that's 2 levels above you. And on the other side, you go -1, that's 1 level below you. And here you go -2, that's 2 levels below you. This is how you do it. When you're rallying, when you're hitting your most consistent shot, when you're rallying, you're not hitting your best shot. You're just hitting your most consistent shot. How do you define a most consistent shot? A shot that you can hit 8 out of 10 times without making a mistake. If somebody fits 10 balls to you, you should be able to get 8 out of 9 of this shot. That is your most consistent shot. Okay, so if you hit your most consistent shot to your opponent in a neutral environment, don't try to make them run or anything like that. Look at how they react to the ball. If they hit the ball back to you and it didn't change the pace, it didn't change the speed, it didn't change anything, then they're same level as you. If they hit the ball to kind of struggle to get to the ball, but you still get it back, then they're probably 1 level above you. If you give them a neutral ball and they hit a winner off that, then that means they're 2 levels above you. If you hit a ball, your neutral shot, and they barely get the ball back, then they're 1 level below you. If you hit the same neutral ball and they miss the shot consistently, then they're 2 levels below you. So obviously you're not going to hit 3 balls and then completely come up with your plan and make a decision that, okay, this person is this level. Like anything else, I'm not a statistician. I didn't study statistics in school, but it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers. The larger the number, the more accurate it's going to be. So do not make up your mind or do not make up your decision after 3 shots. So in the warm-up, just in the warm-up, you should be able to get your opponent to hit about 20 forehands, maybe 20 backhands. That should give you a good idea what level they are, roughly. And then same with the volleys, same with the overheads, and same with the serves. So if you're serving, same thing, just get your most consistent serve and see what kind of return comes back. If you hit your most consistent serve and they barely get the ball back, they're level below you. If they hit a winner, they're 2 levels above you. If they just get the ball back and it doesn't get you in trouble and it doesn't get any of that, so they're same level as you. So that's simply how the system works. So just to kind of summarize that again, you gotta try put them in one of 5 categories. Okay, they're either same level as you, right in the middle. They're either a level above you or a level below you, a level 2 levels below you or 2 levels above you. Same level as you is when they hit the ball back and nothing happens and it doesn't get you in trouble or anything. And 1 level below you is when you give them a neutral ball and they kind of struggle with it. They still get it back, but they struggle with it. That's 1 level below you. If they completely miss it consistently, like they hit it in the net or hit it out, or they look like they're really struggling getting the, for the most part, then they're 2 levels below you. If they give you a ball that's somewhat difficult and you struggle getting that back, but you still get it back, but you struggle, then that person is 1 level above you. But if that person is consistently hitting a ball that forces you to make an error, or they're hitting a winner, then that person is 2 levels above you. So now how you play is now determined by what level your opponent is. In a neutral situation, when my opponent is exactly same level as me, I don't take any risks. I play my most consistent tennis and then just crank it up a little bit every now and again, but very, very, very seldom if it's somebody who's same level as me. I should be able to win that match without needing to do anything crazy. I don't need to hit the ball on the line. I don't need to really hit the ball as hard as I can. I don't really need to do anything fancy. For the most part, I need to keep the ball in the court, but that's kind of my point. How you play is heavily influenced by how your opponent is playing. I was watching one of my kids playing in a tournament, and I didn't say anything, obviously, during the tournament. And then he came off the court, he got beat really badly, and didn't say anything after the match. The next day, I kind of just casually asked him, so what level did you think your opponent was? And he says, oh, he was really, really good. He was a lot better than me. And I said, no, just tell me, what level do you think he was? And he says, oh, he must have been like 3, 4 levels above me. And just by him saying that, when he said that, that's clearly what I thought. The way he was playing, he must have thought his opponent was like 2, 3 levels above him, because he was trying to hit winners off everything. And this guy was not that good. This guy had a really fast forehand. That's it. Nothing else. It was very fast, but it was very inconsistent. He was getting 1 out of 5 balls in the court. He played the entire match as if he's playing against somebody who's 4 levels above him. So guess how he's gonna play? Trying to hit winners off everything, which would have been the right strategy if he'd made the right assessment. So the assessment was wrong, therefore the strategy that he employed was wrong. He thought his opponent was a lot better than him, and if that was true, that would have been a good strategy, but his opponent was exactly 1 level below him. Everything about his game was a lot better than his opponent. The only thing that rattled him was the fact that his opponent had a forehand that was so fast that when it went in, it was just like, wow, what a shot. But he was getting 1 out of 5 of those. You don't win a match by getting 1 out of 5. It's very important for you to know what level you are. Quickly assess your opponent. the more accurate your assessment is, the more likely you will employ the right strategy. I've seen a lot of people employ the right strategy just on the wrong opponent because they made the wrong assessment, because they've seen one shot and they thought one thing. This is it for the series. Thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you guys. I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna keep posting more and more videos. Just like I promised, anytime it rains and I'm not on the tennis court, I'm going to make a video and I'll post it. So it's been raining cats and dogs here in Atlanta, so I'm getting more time to be recording videos. So I look forward to seeing you on the next video.